Hi, everyone. Because we can't open our beautiful building, we just want to assist you in observing the sky by supplementing the lab notes using the computer program Stellarium and many of our team members' terrific imaging. As we have a bright moon in the sky at this time, we're going to concentrate on our moon and also our visible planets. So let's get started. As moons go in our solar system, our moon is large compared to the planet it is orbiting. As it revolves around us, we see only one side. We also see differing amounts of sunlight striking the moon, creating phases. Where daylight and darkness meet is called the terminator. Our first three dates will show the moon when it is at its waxing gibbous phase, about 11 days old. On June 1st, you can clearly see the sea of rainbows, Sinus Iridum. At its side is a feature you might just be able to identify, the Moon Maiden. Can you see her flowing hair on the upper right of this image? The next night shows one of the oceans or seas, as Galileo mistakenly called them, thinking he was seeing large bodies of water. This one is Mare Humorum, the sea of moisture. The first image was taken by a student using the 12-inch refractor. The second has Bob's image in the same perspective as the painting of it by famous artist Etienne Leopold Trouvelot, whose celestial paintings are often mistaken for photographs. Notice the beautiful features at this point on the moon, showing the landscape, or rather the moonscape, of Schroeder's Valley. Located there is what to the eye is the brightest feature on the moon, the crater Aristarchus. On June 5th, you can easily watch June's full moon rise out of the eastern horizon just about 9 p.m. Often referred to as the honey moon, because some say this full moon has a slightly honey-colored shine to it. It also signifies the normal time of year for weddings and their consequent after-wedding trip. The full moon rising is always a beautiful sight, as taken by Jim Hendrickson at Point Judith Lighthouse several years ago. Now, whenever the full moon rises, many people observe what is thought to be a huge moon rising, sometimes seeming to take up a large part of the horizon. But then, as it rises higher in the sky, the superness seems to disappear. This is called the moon illusion. You can actually check this out yourself by measuring the size of the moon when it is close to the horizon, then doing it again several hours later when it is higher up in the sky. Surprisingly, the moon will be the same size. Why? Quite honestly, no one has come up with an actual scientific answer. Different disciplines have looked into the problem, but there is still no actual reason why everyone seems to see this happen. Our smallest and fastest planet is making a fairly good appearance in early June. Mercury, which last month rose out of the western horizon as Venus was leaving the evening sky, makes its best show, its greatest elongation, on June 4th. If you look for it, especially around 9 p.m., it will be easily placed just below the feet of the constellation Gemini, the Twins. We've been talking about the giant planets Jupiter and Saturn as morning objects, but they are beginning to be a part of our late evening. If you are outside about midnight on June 7th, they both will be rising out of the eastern horizon, along with the now waning gibbous moon. The next night, they will be there again, but notice where the moon is now. Each day, the moon travels about 14 degrees to the east from our sight, meaning it arrives about an hour later each day. On June 14th, notice the now third quarter moon about 3 degrees from Mars. Although our stellarium sky is showing the moon is full, it actually is in third quarter phase, as the next image will show. Also, notice where Mars is from Jupiter and Saturn. It seems only several days ago that the three planets were very close together. Now, though, Mars has moved eastward into the constellation Aquarius, the water bearer. Here are the moon and Mars again that night, as seen with your binoculars. Once again, notice the change in the moon's position after only one night. Also, can you just barely notice the Earth shine? The Earth's reflected sunlight striking the moon, showing us a bit of its nighttime side. At 4 a.m. on June 19th, notice the beautiful waning crescent moon rising in the east-northeast. The crescent is so thin, it may be difficult to locate so close to the horizon, so binoculars will help. The Pleiades should be easy to spot. So to find the moon, look directly below the Pleiades at the horizon. The view of a crescent moon with the dark limb bathed in earthshine is beautiful, but if you keep watching for the next few minutes, you will be rewarded with a celestial treat. Our brightest planet Venus will appear from behind the moon's dark limb. Venus left the evening sky late last month, passed just above the sun, inferior conjunction on June 3rd, and for the next several months, it will be a beautiful beacon in the morning. That morning, the moon will pass in front of occult Venus. It will be seen in its entirety in Europe. For us here, we will see Venus come out from behind the moon about 4:07 a.m. You will need a good eastern horizon to see it. By 4:15, the separation between the two will have increased. Look closely and you should see not only the moon, but the planet Venus, both as thin crescents. Your binoculars will show Venus's shape very well. Now, once again, on behalf of the staff at LAD, thanks so much for being with us, and please keep enjoying the sky.